Right, regarding the winter fuel allowance for pensioners, my argument is that if you are a British pensioner, regardless of your wealth or status, then you should be allowed to have this winter fuel allowance. Now, the pensioners in Britain, they get treated abominably by the government. They are cast aside and left to rot. And when they dared to vote for Brexit back in 2016, well, the left wanted them dead. They even argued that the pensioners shouldn't be allowed to vote. I mean, imagine living all your life contributing, propping up the British economy, paying into the system, living through all the recent turmoil the country has faced, recessions, wars, fighting real Nazis back in World War II, and then some snotty-nosed, blue-haired liberal says you're not allowed to vote and taking that away from you in case you vote the wrong way. I mean, it's disgusting, isn't it? I'm not looking forward to being a pensioner in this country, I'm telling you now. So yeah, basically this country treats our pensioners like shit. And, you know, quite frankly, I would rather the British government give that money to keep them warm in winter than to Zelensky or to this Ed Miliband's crazy climate alarmism vanity project. People have lived here, born here, grown up here, paid into the system all their lives through taxes, and they should be bloody well looked after and thanked for it. I mean, I read a heartbreaking story on social media of an old lady who had to sell her home after being retired to pay for her own care, and that care would only last 3 years. I mean, what's the point? You work all your life, you pay your taxes, you pay a mortgage to own a home, and you can't pass it down to your kids because the government won't look after you when you're older and you've got to pay for it yourself. I think it's disgusting, it really is. Now, regarding this winter fuel allowance mess that Labour, this lie basically, no, it's not a lie, it's a betrayal that Keir Starmer has whacked on the pensioners. The Tories recently released an advert campaigning for pensioners, or all pensioners, to get their winter fuel allowance without being means tested with a petition #KeepWinterFuel. Now, there's an argument here that the Tories used the wrong type of pensioners in their adverts because these are really affluent pensioners. There's what looks like a couple of grand's worth of Rolex watch on the wrist of one of them. They're sitting in these big houses with paintings and a £1,500 lamp, nice leather sofas. They've got really nice stuff in their houses. And this has been pointed out by the usual wealthy socialists on social media, saying that because people have possessions, or what looks like nice possessions, they shouldn't be having this winter fuel allowance. But, you know, these people have worked hard for what they have, obviously. And why the hell should they sell them to pay their bills? And as a person on X said recently regarding this, called Louise Emery, she said, people on benefits who have not worked through choice get an awful lot handed to them. And as for that Rolex watch, who knows if it's a copy or not? And in actual fact, somebody's actually done a bit of forensic research into that watch, and it looks like a copy. So, you know, he probably bought it for a couple of quid. But so what if he's got a couple of grand's worth of Rolex watches or whatever? He's paid into the system. He's bought himself nice things over the years. He's earned it. Why not have the winter fuel allowance as well? I mean, if we've got enough money to give Ed Miliband billions to fight so-called climate change, if we've got enough money to pay billions to prop up illegal migrants and house them as asylum seekers, if we've got enough money to pay Zelensky to prolong the Ukrainian war, then what's an extra couple of £100 once a year to pensioners in this country who worked all their lives contributing to the system, hoping that the Britain they paid into wouldn't be as bad as this one? And as for the Tories, well, you know, they could have used a far less affluent example of pensioner here to make their point, but, you know, it's the Tories. How out of touch are they? As much as Labour, aren't they? And there we go, that's my argument. What's yours? Let me know in the comments. I'm Paz49, thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout. Hi, I'm Paz49 off that video you just watched, and I want to thank you for all the comments, likes and shares. But now, it's time to hit that subscribe button.